Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. Following on from yesterday, there are yet more Black Templars rules and previews in today's Warhammer community article, and in keeping with the very strong narrative Crusade style theme that I think the Black Templars are getting into, this article goes into details about the Black Templars chapter command style upgrade rule, at least that's what I think it is, and this rule is known as the Relicbearers rule. And essentially, rather than upgrading a character to something like a Chief Apothecary or something similar to that, this rule lets you, if you have any chaplain units in your army, choose from a selection of upgrades and apply them to a Black Templar's infantry or a biker unit. So unlike the focus on characters that a lot of the other upgrade rules for other armies have, this one is very much focused on the rank and file battle brothers of your force, and there look to be a very wide range of upgrades that you can give to your various squads. So as you can see, when you do make a squad a Relic Bearer squad, you have to choose one model and it gains the abilities from the relic that you choose for them, and of course using the shiny new upgrade sprue that is coming with the Black Templars, you can very easily kit out a model to show them as the one that has been given the honour of carrying that particular relic into battle. And the article does note, the rule does note, that the model should be distinctive, so they do encourage you to do that little bit of extra detailing or kit bashing to really make them stand out on the battlefield. It is honestly a very cool, thematic, fluffy system for the Black Templars, and they show off two specific relics today, although it does seem to imply that there's going to be quite a few, because it says for each Black Templar's infantry or biker unit, so there must be, you know, sort of at least half a dozen if not more to be able to really spread them about your army, in my opinion. But the two they show off today has quite possibly one of the funnest and coolest relics ever up first, and that is the Holy Orb, or as I'm sure it will be called by pretty much every player ever, the Holy Hand Grenade. And this relic lets you, once per battle, not only throw it by selecting an enemy unit within 6 inches in the shooting phase, and then on a 2+, that enemy unit just takes D3 mortal wounds, which, I mean, you know, that's nice, it's a nice little bonus, but the big effect of this relic is that the unit that you target is now not eligible to fight until all eligible units from your army have done so. So this is in effect a very useful little pocket judicia kind of thing that you can use to blunt the effect of a unit that you think might interrupt in your combat phase to do a load of damage to your squad, or has some kind of fight first ability itself to help negate that effect with the FAQ that deals with the balancing out of fight first and fight last kind of rules. You can really blunt their potential damage that they can do to you before all of your squads get to swing. So I do think that it is genuinely a very strong effect in itself. The mortal wounds for me are just, you know, a nice little extra cherry on top. So in my opinion, this relic is a clear win, especially for a melee focused army like the Black Templars, and I really can see it being taken often, even if for nothing else, if you don't like the rules or anything, just for the very idea of being able to yell that you're throwing the Holy Hand Grenade at your opponent. The article also shows off the Icon of Heinmann, which is apparently worn on the backpack, and as you can see on your screen now, I think it's the backpack with the little Templars cross on it. This is another particularly tasty little relic, which allows the model to count armor penetration of -1 or -2 as 0 instead. So if your unit is in cover or advancing up the board, you can tank some enemy shots on this particular model, making enemy heavy bolters or bolt rifles take a lot longer to actually start bringing down your models. Obviously the downside to this one is that it doesn't apply to the whole squad, so that is a shame, because when you lose that original model that you give it to, the rest of your squad isn't going to be getting any benefit from this whatsoever. But I do think that it's a really nice little thing to add, especially for a Crusade game or a narrative game where you may have the squad sergeant with this little relic, this little extra piece of protection as he leads his forces into battle. And on that note, the article does also mention that the Black Templars can search for more of these relics in Crusade battles, so I presume that this is going to be their Crusade focus, their Crusade upgrade, which all armies have in terms of their Crusade rules, but hopefully you can make use of these pretty well in normal match play games as well to help bring a bit of fluff and a bit of a buff to your various units and squads throughout your army. And what I think is going to be really nice about these relics is that from the two we've seen so far, they have the sort of rules that if they had been in the normal war gear selection list, where you could take one per army and then pay extra command points for others, they probably wouldn't get taken all that often. They kind of fall into the rule of nice and fun and cool and fluffy, but probably not worth taking over your relics like Teeth of Terror or the Burning Blade or the Arbiter's Gaze. But being able to take these sort of relics through this Relicbearers rule will really allow you to bring some more of these perhaps less must-take options, but ones that are more fun and more fluffy and will add a bit more variety to your force. So just from the sheer perspective of being able to give some more individuality and character to your squads and, make them feel like they're not just another squad of Marines, but they've got a purpose, they're carrying this relic, and that gives them a bit more identity on the battlefield. So from that perspective alone, I think this rule is a really, really fun one for the Black Templars to have, and it also gives you the option to do some gorgeous kit bashes for your models to show off all of these unique relics and pieces of war gear. But what do you think of this new rule for the Black Templars? Do you like the idea of things like the Holy Hand Grenade, or would you have preferred a different kind of system for them instead? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.